going over everything in my head. Like,
Yeah, that was my goal. Not sorry. Why do I have two windows open? Yeah. Well, I just feel like sometimes we all get a little complacent and, we get a little lax and comfortable. And it's like we said, it's never a problem until it's a problem.
because you know what's funny is I know Amanda. She's like, what is wrong with her? Because we coming from a team, we couldn't move forward until everything I told you was signed off by the board first. So even when we had a contract, we had to do all of the fire agency agreement, all of that documentation first before we could even submit our offer.
Oh.
And sometimes it would take him like 24 hours, 48 hours to even go in and sign it. So we couldn't.
Yeah, which is insane to me because by then you've lost a contract. Oh, okay.
But he still had to approve it.
But you couldn't submit it to the listing agent.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. You could have lost the property for your client.
It's like you had to push that.
Yeah.
No. But that's how they kept us and from getting in trouble.
Yeah.
Because in the TP, we automatically, you know. But
yeah,
they would go through a grade everything. And everything got sent to them and God. Like everybody,
them and God.
when you threw them. Oh,
yeah.
And it was even on the listing spots, like even post anything or start your MLS. It has to go into the system and it has to be approved before you can move forward. So for me, I was scared, but not as scared because I'm still traumatized.
Yeah.
So I'm
nice.
And I was like, in this first before.
yeah.
So I was so far behind on this listing because I was like,
oh no. I'm sorry. No, yeah.
It's good to know that you're still like, no, sale. So in my mind, I'm just want to keep that same mindset of just do it first.
Yeah.
And don't do,
yeah.
Kind of keep that same.
Yeah. Just don't wait on submitting offers for us. Okay, good. Okay.
But I still kind of push the fire agency agreement, like, hey, I'm going to do the unrepresented first.
Yeah.
Your first one, I'm going to give this unrepresented buyer. Let you know who I represent.
Right.
That's your freebie.
Yep.
Anything that you're going to sign this
right.
Fire sheet.
Exactly.
That's the only way we're going.
Yeah.
That's how I've been doing it. And
nice.
And
good.
then that gets them to sign everything. And then I'm ready.
Right. nice. I know. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. This last month or two has been very stressful for me. I'm like, are we in Mercury retrograde? Is it a full moon? Like, what is happening?
So right now, the time is going to keep me out.
Good. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. If nothing else, if you hear me saying in the back of your head, do this the right way, or else, then I've done my job. So, good morning, everybody online. Today is, and Ginny, I'm sorry, I'm trying to move, but now I feel like I'm blocking you. Okay. I'm just trying to get out from in front of this ginormous screen that I'm not used to working in front of. So today is KVCore websites. So JD had asked for this class. And I'm calling him out. But it was a great idea because we haven't done this one in a while. And while the websites are kind of standardized and there's limitations to them because it is a standardized system, there is customization capability that you guys can take advantage of, which makes them kind of fun and lets you do some cool things with your particular website. So that's what we're going to go over today. We're going to start at the very beginning and we're going to move through some of the customizations that you guys can do with your websites. And then I'll get into some of the more involved customizations, which I I'll go into, but I'm gonna give the caveat to tread lightly because you can mess something up and not know how to fix it. And I know this from personal experience. But it's not a big deal. Like they can their help can fix it for you or for us or whatever. And you don't mess up the company, anything with the company, just your personal site. You only have access to modify your personal site. So we're going to jump in and we're going to start with the first thing I want to say is your homepage of your website feeds from like the info here. What? Feeds from your profile. So your profile information. So we're going to start there by making sure your profile information is up to date. So when you go, it's now app.boldtrail.com to log in. The old KVCore login page, I don't think works anymore. At least it doesn't for me. So once you're logged in, is everybody logged in?
Yes.
And seeing this, well, not this screen, but the dashboard screen. Okay. So once you're on your dashboard screen, it looks like this. Okay. So we're going to start. Hey, Bobby, I totally did periphery. I was like, oh, Ross is here.
Run by, I'm late and, I mean, I was like, not as late as Ross.
That's funny. So we're just logged in, Bobby. We're just starting. So on your dashboard, top right corner, hopefully your profile picture is there. If it's not, we're going to fix that too. But you're going to click on your little profile picture. And first of all, you're going to see your website. So your actual website link, you can click on that and it'll open up your website in a different page. And your contact information is all right there. Right below that is your profile. So you're going to click on my profile. And then this is where you go to make sure all of your information is correct. That shows up on your homepage and all of your emails and everything else. So you're going to start by clicking on edit profile and you'll notice everything opens up for you to start to edit. So your name, your title, your MLS IDs. If you have more than one, you want them all in there. I don't think anybody else in here should have more than one other than maybe me. And then you're going to move down through here, your cell phone number and your contact, all of your social media links. You want to get those in there. Because they'll load down here to the bottom of your page. Sorry, where are you at, Jenny? You're good. Okay. Okay. Edit right here, edit profile. See this button right here? Oh, I'm sorry. On your picture, you go to my profile. You went to Hey, Ross. No, you're fine. I know, right? Bobby, who just walked in right in front of you. Okay, so your profile, you're going to click my profile. So Ross, we're just in our profiles, updating and check. Look, I'm going over. This is where your information that feeds to your homepage pulls from, like this section, your bio. Notice my title here, all my social media links. This all pulls from my profile right here. So if there's something that's not correct, if you click on, and I would test all these things on a regular basis, right? Click on your social media profiles, make sure they go where they're supposed to go. Because if they don't, then you know there's a mistake somewhere in what you loaded in your profile. Mm-hmm.
On the web page, it won't show your previous listings or
so that's a setting. So we're going to look at that. So there's different templates of what carousels you want to load on your website page. So we can activate. I'm going to show you where to activate those carousels. Yep. Good morning. How are you? Okay, so we're in here. We're in our profile. So Cindy, we're just in our profile because I was going over, this is what, no, I don't know who Zoom user is. I'm not letting in randos. Sorry. You guys gotta load your name to your Zoom profile account. Okay, so on your website, like here's my social media links up here, right? They're down here next to my bio. My title is right here, and they also load down at the bottom of the page along with my contact information. So that's why you want to have all of your profile information correct. As you scroll down a little farther, do not change your account email address. Please do not change your account email address. Okay. We worked really hard. Don't add a vanity email address. This gets you dumped into people's spam boxes. All right. So whatever is in there for your account that your account was set up with, that's the one that needs to be in there. We've worked really hard with like our SPF records and our flux capacitors and all the things to get this to hopefully increase the likelihood of deliverability. You can put in your designations. You can pick Keith Cooper as your designated lender in here if you want to. He is the only one that you have an option of choosing. Sorry, but not sorry. This is what makes the platform a little more affordable for you guys because he contributes a third of the cost of the platform to market himself on here. So if you work with Keith Cooper on a regular basis and you choose him here, that means that he shows up as your lender and you have the option of CCing him on your contacts, on communications with your contacts through the system, sending it to the lender. Like when you add a new contact, you can send it over to him and tag him in on it. So it just gives you some options. And then here you can put him on your website too. So you can click to show on your website, your subdomain. If you have multiple licenses, this is where you can add the states that you're also licensed in. Any other languages you might speak, you can choose those here. So you really want to work through this and complete this as much as possible. Here is your bio. So you're going to load in the about, this is what goes on your about me page. So you can copy and paste this. Just make sure, guys, you're updating this often. As you can see, I haven't added Delaware.
How would you word that by, like, have it more third person or first person? Like, I've got Bob Bush's apparently, or should I say I am?
I do it from me. So mine is first person. It's your preference. I mean, it's your website.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Other people might have different first person. I like first person. More personal. Yes. I think it makes it more personal and they can connect with you. Your signature, so you can load in here the image from your signature block that you create in Canva. It does have to be, you can insert a photo and then you can actually link it. So when I upload my photo in here, my signature block, this little hyperlink button, insert edit link, when you click on that, you can add in your website link, the link to your website. So if somebody gets an email from you through the system and they click your signature block, it'll launch your website.
And all we have to do is just click that.
You click this link, the hyperlink, and then you have to put the URL in there. So you're going to go to where you have your website opened up, copy the whole thing at the top, including the https://, and then you're going to paste it in the URL. You can add a title if you want, my website, whatever, but you don't have to. And then choose, I would open it in a new window, right? So they don't lose whatever it is that they were looking at and working on in the current window. So I would click open a new window and then hit save. And then your little link item up here will be grayed out to show that it's linked.
We open up our website here again.
What's that?
We open up our website here again, so we can copy that hyperlink.
So, just open a new tab. Yep. And then start to type in Bobby Bush dot Hyatt and Company.com. Should be your website. Take it, girl, take it.
And just copy that link at the top.
Yep, copy the link at the top and then paste it in that URL spot. Guys online, if you guys have a question, feel free to unmute yourself. I'm more likely to miss your chat if you chat a question. But feel free to jump in anytime.
Where's the URL spot?
Oh, okay. So when you're up here, you have to, when you've loaded your signature block photo, click on it. So it's blue, it's highlighted with blue border. Click on it. Now, do you see the little link, the little chain link? Click on that and where it says URL, paste. Then go down where it says open link in, the third box down. Drop that down and do new window.
So what was happening before? Didn't happen.
It opens it right there in that same window that they were working in. So as soon as if they're looking at your email, in their email server, in the website, as soon as they click on your signature block, it overtakes that and takes them a new page. Yeah. It's just a little more convenient for your viewers. And then you'll want to make sure you have checked off include signature on all outgoing mail underneath of it. So if you see that, make sure you have that selected. Further down, this is where you can add your credentials, anything else that you want to add. But the main thing is you want to have in there your bio, your contact information, all correct. You just want to have all those other items correct. Make sense? Before you navigate away from this page, scroll back up to the top and make sure you hit save. If you don't hit save, you will lose all your changes that you just made. Sorry, I should have said that before. I should have said that. Okay. So, we good there? Okay. Now, do you guys have this bar at the top? Some of this is, I don't know what you have and what I have. Do you have this bar at the top? Where an option with an option for websites?
Agent, lenders, TV.
Perfect. Okay. Click on web. Okay. Perfect. Click on website. I can see all of them. You most likely can only see yours, your domain name, right? What do you see? What?
It's too high.
You guys do have the Hyatts? Okay. All right. Okay. I don't know. Okay. All right. We're only playing with you, so please don't play with the company. What? You can't do it. Okay. I'll have to look at that. I don't know. There was some weird glitchy thing when she got set up. She got set up as a company website instead of as an agent website. So I think that's why. So just ignore that. But go to yours. So here's mine. I see Tina Hyatt. So you should have, do you see, oh, so sorry. At the top on your profile page, scroll to the top, click save. Okay. Then at the very top of that, you're going to click websites. Okay. Do you guys have all three of these options? Site overview, site settings, and edit subdomain? Okay. Edit subdomain, you're not going to touch, please. The only time you're going to edit what is your subdomain right now? Are you the page home team? Okay, so you're good now? Okay. That's where you would have gone to fix that if I hadn't fixed it for you. Edit subdomain is if you want to change your web domain to get to your website, like the .hyattcompany.com, the first part where it says Bobby Bush, Ross Geller. Do you want to say Keller? It's Keller. Oh my God. All the time. What did you say? You get that a lot? I know. I just can't. I can't undo it. Sorry. Okay. So like, so if you down the road, if you form a team and you become the Shayla Honeyblue team of Hyatt and Company, you can change it. That's how I fixed yours. So that's the only time you need to mess with your subdomain,
Okay.
but I don't recommend it without
No,
talking to me first. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go to site overview. So this is where you can start to customize your website in a very big picture way, not the little granular editing details. But we're going to flow, as we flow down this page, it's going to take us through these little buttons on the sidebar. So this is where we're going to start. So the first thing under general, site template. This is the first thing. You guys do have the ability to choose a different template for your website, what it looks like, the public page. So we started out, we created them all with the same template, right? It's just easy. So hero. So if you're hero, that's what everybody is right now. Do you guys have the option of picking a different one, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you can see if you hover over it, it's going to scroll you through what it looks like. But you can also click view and you can scroll through. I think there's only 4. Okay, there's only 4 that you can pick from. Below that are premium templates. So if you were like, oh, I really want something that's very different, or Liz Marie, if you really wanted, if there's a different one that works better for a team setup or something, totally fine. You can pick a different one. It gives you the pricing down here, right? Like this one silhouette is $11.99. That's a one-time setup fee. That's not like a year. Lord help us if it was a month. It's not, it's one time. And then as you scroll to the right, they get a little cheaper, all the way down to $6.99. Still not cheap, but cheaper. But these are the 4 free ones that you have to choose from if you want to choose a different one. They're minuscule little details, right? Like you're kind of like, wait, what's the difference? But you can take a look at them. So right now we're on hero. So we're gonna move past that. You guys can play with that later. You can pick something different if you want. Your template color, this changes the primary color for your template. I don't see any way. Oh, the bottom, this. Okay. So see the bottom here, the deep navy blue. That's what I have chosen for my template. So anywhere where there's like a background color, it's goes to that deep navy blue because I've picked in my template color the deep navy blue. I mean, it's again, like it's really mainly just at the bottom, but I did pick the deep navy blue for our company color. You can pick a different accent color for the bottom if you want. If you like black, if you want something different, feel free. The background image. So this is where you can really start to personalize and customize your website. You can pick as many as you want. What will happen then is, so right now I have 4 chosen. Some of the things I would recommend is if you're going to pick multiples or you pick a house image, pick one that looks like Maryland, right? Like, or if you sell by the water, if you sell Anne Arundel County by the water and you want waterfront, find a waterfront photo. If you like, we're not at the beach, right? Like you can do the beach if you want the beach is just, but we're not at the beach. Some of these,
Cheers.
the beach, I know. Yes, so for you, that would be totally applicable, right? The North Beach office. That looks like the front porch at the North Beach office. If you guys haven't been there, go there. It's super pretty. It's really nice. That literally is exactly the view out the front door and the front porch of the North Beach office. So yes, that would be perfect. And for you, all the beach things are applicable, right? Like, because you're at the beach down there. So you can decide the city ones, if you sell urban, if you sell DC, if you sell, you know, yeah. So, but like these houses, this is like Oregon. Some of these are Arizona. The families, just be careful because, you know, you want to make sure that your website is inclusive of all of the clients that you represent, right? So I would stay away from picking people unless you're going to pick multiples. But remember, just because somebody comes to your site one time doesn't mean they're going to come back again. So if you have multiple photos picked, what happens is every time that person comes back to your website, like my website, if I go to my homepage right now, this is the photo every time, right? I think I have 4 photos here. Now we're at that picture, right? Which to me looks like Mount Washington, Mount Vernon, downtown Baltimore, Charles Street, right? Bolton Hill, yes. This one also to me looks like Northern Baltimore and Catonsville and those areas. So each time it's a different house. This kind of looks like maybe Howard County or whatever. So just because somebody comes to your website once, you can't count on them coming back again and seeing a diverse photo if you're choosing people, but a different, right, in each photo. So I'd be careful. This kind of looks like Deep Creek to me, but so you just want to keep aware of that. You can go seasonal, you can go interiors. It's totally up to you. Some agents this looks like the mountains and Deep Creek and all those areas. Some people want interiors, really luxury interior property photos. You can also upload your own photos. So that's what's really cool about this section also. So if you scroll down a little farther, you'll see upload your own background image. The only thing I want to say about this, so you can create your own custom image in like Canva. You could create your team photo. It could be all of you, you know what I mean? It could be really cool if your website represents the whole team. You could have your logo on there. Like you could create a really nice background image in Canva to upload there. It gives you the dimensions, the pixels, 1600 wide by 650 tall. If you want to do that, or just your own. So if you have your own logo and you want to create a background photo that's representative of you and your logo, you can do that. Any photos, if you have Canva and you have a paid version of Canva, or even not, the photos that Canva lets you use to create content, they're licensed for you to use. You can use them on your website. You can use them in your marketing materials, right? Social media, everywhere. What you have to be careful doing and what you can use a photo of one of your own listings if it was your listing and you paid for the photography, right? I would not use a photo of a property you represented the buyer on because you have nothing in writing from them giving you permission to market their property unless you get something in writing, like a marketing release form or something signed. And then be careful you're not using an MLS photo, a Zillow photo, right? A Google, like be careful because those photos are copyrighted and licensed by the listing agent who hired the photographer to take those photos. You also can't just go to Google. You have to be very careful going to Google and searching for photos, searching for luxury waterfront home in Pasadena, Maryland, and go to images and find this amazing image because that image could be copyrighted. You can do that in Canva. You can do the same thing in Canva and find exactly the photo that you want, put in your details. You could probably do it through like Claude. AI could probably create a photo for you. What'd you say, Cindy? Yeah. So you could do it that way also. We're going to learn about that on Monday, AI and using AI. It's a little selfless plug for my class. Okay, so you can upload your own background image. Once you upload your image, it goes up into your carousel options up here. See this one here, which is terrible. I did it as an example. I uploaded this, right? So that is one of my own images that I uploaded. So now it's in my carousel up and through here. You can be seasonal. Like you can make it so that, okay, in fall, I'm going to make it fall. In spring, I'm going to make it look like spring. You know, just make sure if you do that, you're going back every season and changing the photos, right? You don't want it to be fall when we're now in summer and it's beautiful, or winter when we're in summer. Everybody good with the background photo? Yes, okay, moving on. You're not gonna mess with the secondary logo. Here you can choose what gets hidden from your web page. So the Our Resources tab, I don't even know what all of these are, to be honest with you. Web content accessibility guidelines, I would leave that on. That's the accessibility page so that people that are maybe visually impaired or audio impaired can still view and access your website. Do not hide the office address, please.
Remember to hit save.
Yes.
Have photos.
Oh, yes. So if you make thank you, any changes that you make, you want to hit save. If you change the color, hit save. If you change the template, hit save. Is anybody else roasting in here? Or is it just me?
It said.
Okay, that was embarrassing. Yes, if it's like this, that means you're hiding the office address. You don't want to do that. So if it's blue, it's turned on. If it's gray, it's turned off. It's not hiding. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Not hiding. Yes. Oh, forced lead registration. Do you guys have this field? Okay, so you can choose this for yourself. This is how many properties a lead gets to look at before the website forces them to register on your system. If they register, they go into your database, right, as a new lead. So if you're doing any pay-per-click advertising, if you're doing boosted ads that drive people back to your website, like boosted listing, open house ads through here, anything like that, those are the leads that get driven back to your website. You get to decide how many property views they get before it forces them to register. What do you have? 3? Everybody has 3, I think, because it's set up. You probably changed it. Yeah. So if you want to change it to 2, change it to 2. Hit save.
Generally, like.
It's kind of, yeah, I think 2 to 3. You want to give them a little to kind of hook them before you ask them to register. Exactly. Exactly. Because then they get to that 3rd or 4th one and they're like, oh, I want to see that house. Right. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Nice job. Yes. They work. Yep. Yep. You can decide whether you want to require them to put in a phone number. Yes or no. The name, I would definitely ask a name, what their name is on the registration form. Website title. So this is what shows up in the browser tab when you share it out. What do you guys have? Do you have Hyatt and Company? Do you have an option to change that?
Mine is okay.
Okay, so you changed
Yeah,
that. Okay, so I would change that. Make it like the page home team of Hyatt and Company Real Estate, right? Or powered by, or whatever word you use. Yes. Yep. Yep. So it could be your name of Hyatt and Company Real Estate or realtor with Hyatt and Company Real Estate. I'm going to keep scrolling down because we're not going to do coding.
Should that be similar to the
The homepage description.
website?
Oh, yes. So yes, your homepage meta description, and you could even, I would do a little research on that. Like I would ask Claude or ChatGPT or some, recommended meta description to drive more traffic to my real estate website and see what it says. And let that give you some guidance. For now, just put your name, whatever you named your website, make that your meta description for your website. But your meta description can be, so recommend a meta description for my real estate website. Tina Hyatt at Hyatt and Company Real Estate to drive more. See what it says. I know, right? Drum roll, please. Starting up, working on it. All right, we can come back to that. We'll come back to that, but ask for property unit number on the sell page. So this is when they get to your sell page and they're requesting a market value report or a market assessment of their home's value. Do you want to ask for a unit number? I would say yes, because right, if they live in a condo or a property that has like a unit number, you want that unit number to give them the most accurate information that you can. Let's see. Few options under 160 characters. So here are some meta descriptions: Hyatt and Company real estate, expert guidance, local market knowledge, personalized service, search listings, or get a free home valuation now. That's kind of cool. The third one is Claude's pick. It targets both buyer and seller intent with high volume search audience, includes your name for branded searches, swap in your specific market area for extra SEO boost. So sure, I'm gonna put that one in mine. So you guys can do something like that also.
That was for the
The meta description.
Meta description part. Yep. The homepage meta description. It's a brief description about your website when sharing on Google or Facebook. So your meta description helps boost search engine optimization, helps people find you a little easier when they're searching for things. So you could do the same thing for yourself, but make it specific to you.
And you just went into AI and typed.
I typed in, I can give you my prompt. I typed in, super simple, recommend a meta description for my real estate website, comma, I put in my website name to drive more traffic. That up for you. And you guys good? Are you working on that? You want to move on? How do we feel? Move on? Okay. All right. Moving on. I'm going to skip through the code because you guys aren't going to, unless you're good at coding or Meta creates code for you, but you're not going to change this stuff. So we're not going to change the footer, the header, conversion code. I'm not going to change the chat widget. You could put a chat widget script in here if you have your own custom chat widget that you want to use. Your Facebook username for chat. So this is going to be your Facebook ID username. Not, I mean, yeah, no, because it'll come to me.
Yeah, that's.
Yep. Yep. Because so, yes, this was set up as the company page template, which then went out to everybody's. So yes, you're going to want to change that to your Facebook ID. So when somebody clicks to chat, it'll come through your Facebook Messenger chat. Additional office address. Do you guys have the North Beach office address in there? Okay, good. Everybody should. The CCPA, the compliance privacy policy page, leave that as me. That's me. So just go ahead and leave that. Should be my phone, the office phone number and my email address in there. Is that what you guys have? Or no? What do you have? Yours? Okay, then leave yours. That's fine. The CCPA contact phone.
It's the office.
It's the office number.
705.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You have, okay. But your personal email address?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
You want yours?
No, you're fine. That's totally fine. The TCPA consent checkbox should be clicked on and just leave that. Require login or lead capture after user attempts evaluation on the sale page, on the sell page. So this is if they get to the, and this is probably what is being used for lead capture when somebody requests a home valuation report or anything like that. So I would have this turned on to require them to complete the lead capture form to submit their information. Otherwise, how do you, that's what pulls them into your website. So I would turn that on. You do not want to have your testimonials clicked. This should be gray. This pulls in your Zillow testimonials. So any Zillow testimonial you get feeds to your website as a testimonial for you. Yes, grade. Yep. And then to connect that, you need to use your Zillow Premier Agent email address that you use for your Zillow system. You want to put that in there and you want to hit, or your screen name, but you want to hit save.
You're saying we don't want out this?
You do. So it should be grayed off. It should be grayed. It should be gray. Hide. Correct. Yep.
But my email is great.
It won't let you change it.
You have to delete the screen.
Oh, got it.
You see, I'm gonna have an email on that screen,
What's
the, Hyatt
in
and
company?
company all. together.
So delete that and then put in your email address that you use for Zillow. Okay. So now moving down, scroll down to where you see template extra options. This is a really cool feature. If you have a video that you want to use instead of a background image, you can use a video. It has to be loaded to YouTube and it should be a video that you own, right? Like copyright issues. But you could take if you've created a video and you load it to your YouTube channel, it'll give you a video ID in YouTube that you're going to copy and you're going to paste it into here. Now, the one I will tell you, there is a cool way. So, and you can click learn more to learn more. I think it might have been Courtney Purdell who figured this out. She found a video, just a generic video on YouTube that was, it was a winter scene. It was like snowflakes falling and a little snowman being built. And it was just this really cute little winter animation like video. That was her background image in the winter. So it was like snowflakes falling, little gingerbread cookies. It was really cute. So you could do something like that. Or it could just be a video with no sound of like you and your team in a team meeting and everybody laughing, right? Like something representative, but you can put a video in as your background image instead of a static photo. Could be a property tour of one of your listing tours that you did. The photos, yes. Yep. If you want to hide the chat widget, black color for header. I mean, you can scroll through these. I don't have any of the rest of these. If you wanted to hide your agent profile picture on the homepage, you can click that and do that. I don't know why you would want to, but maybe you do. So yeah, there's all of your different options. Custom pages. So we're going to come back to this in just a minute when we get to pages. Search labels. So your labels. So if you keep scrolling down, you'll get to where it says search label. If you notice on my website, it says find your dream home, selling your home. You can customize those here. So the search label is what I changed to say find your dream home. So it can be whatever you want it to say, or it could just be super simple. Search for homes, search all homes on the market, whatever you want it to say. The sell label, same thing. I have selling your home. The resources tab, if you have that. The agents tab, I changed that to about me instead of meet your agent or your agent, whatever it says for you. I changed that to about me. Some of these I might have that, and you guys might not have. I don't know what you guys have.
So far.
All the same. Okay.
That. How does that work? Like, say I have a friend that goes in here and click. They wanna come. How does that link to me?
So if it will only link to you if they come in through your website link. If
You'll
they,
know that.
so you'll have to share, you would,
I'll have to
like, if they click on something on your
share
Facebook.
what's me. See. Like,
Yes, yes. So
Mhm.
like, yeah, if she comes straight to your website from a link that you've shared out on social media or a listing to your website that you've shared, and I'll go over that when we get to kind of the using your website. So if she clicks right on your specific website, it locks it, it knows she's coming to you, she comes into your system. Or if she's registered as a contact in your website. So if you have your sphere of influence, your database is in there, your friends and family, and they come to Hyatt and Company and they're already in your website, they will only ever see your website when they come to HyattandCompany.com. Make sense? If she just happens to come and search for Hyatt and Company, Jenny will hide her. She just searches for Hyatt and Company real estate and she finds our website. She clicks on our website. It round robins to whatever agent is up in the rotation for that potential lead to get dumped into their box. So she might call you and be like, Jenny, I tried to go to your website and all I keep seeing is Bobby Bush. Like Bobby Bush is on here. Where's what? I don't know what's going on.
Mhm.
Let me know, because if that's your friend, family, contact, whatever, lead, and they end up in somebody else's system, I can transfer them over to you. Right? So
Mine has the hiring.
the hiring link.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious how you would know without me telling you.
Oh, like if she's a recruit, if she's interested in coming on board, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Unless she comes through your website. So if she comes to jennywillhite.hyattandcompany.com and clicks on the, now hiring or join our team link, then it's automatic, it comes
It
through
will
your
come
site.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah. So now you can decide, like, and you may have, like, do you have the what we're hiring highlighted or hidden? So, I mean, you guys get to decide what you want.
They just-
Right, I know. Yeah, yeah. So then now listing carousels.
Yes.
So this is where you get to decide at the bottom of your page what listing carousels show up on your website. So notice I have our listings, just listed, and open houses are the three that I'm showing. You guys may or may not have all of those. This is where you can decide which ones show up and whether you want an address on the carousel titles. Personally, I don't. Why?
With it.
I want them to click on it, right? I want them to click on that and say, oh, holy cow, where is that? I want to see that house in Columbia, and click on it to view the details. If I give them the address, I'm giving them all the information, right? Price, address, square footage, beds, baths, everything.
Where
There's
is the address?
So it's right at the top of the carousel. It says show address on carousel tiles. Yours should be grayed out unless you really, for whatever reason, feel you want the address to show up there. Now, each of these three, you have options of what you get to pick to show up on your page. I don't see past listings, but we'll go, maybe when we get further down, there might be another spot for them to be pulled in, or we might be able to add a custom widget or custom page. So
Because I just know on old website, just because sometimes people like to see what people don't.
what you've done.
Yeah, and
yep.
I know they could see.
Yeah. So we can see, well, as we go through here, if we don't get through to that, I'll try to figure it out and then I'll circle back with you. So pick the ones you want to show up, or if you don't want that many, you might say, I don't want that many to show up at the bottom of my website. Fine, that's totally fine. You can click, I would click from the bottom up, right? Because this is first, second, third. My listings just listed, open houses. Click off. Start from the bottom up. Or turn, it doesn't matter, I don't think, but turn off the ones you don't want.
What is it, area?
Area is. Mine doesn't even work. That should be under. Alex, showing up. Okay, we'll work on that. Ask me that again when we get through this, and we'll try to figure that out. If you have a Google Analytics ID, don't ask me to explain it or go through it. If you know what it is, you would have one and you're going to put it in there. The rest of these are, I think this is for me. And do you guys have an agent section?
Yeah.
You do. Hide your agent section, your agent section from the listing page, adds agent's contact information to listing page. Yeah, you don't want that turned on. You don't want that blue because you want it to always show your information as your agent on every listing that they look at on your website. Custom, you want a gray. Yes, correct. I'm sorry. If you have a custom tagline, so if there's some tagline that you use, that can go there. That goes on your homepage under the agent info on your homepage. Under agents, it's use agent, homepage custom tagline. Remove the R next to the agent name. The realtor verbiage from the agent profile page on your website. I wouldn't do that. We're all realtors. I don't know why anybody would want to do that. You are realtors. Be loud and proud, right? Exactly. That's for agents that don't get to use the realtor and the trademark R because they're not NAR members. You don't have that option? Okay. So maybe you don't have that. Okay, listings. Do you guys have listings? This is where you get to decide what types of listings show up on your website. So if you don't want, okay, if you don't want land, take away lands. There you go. There you go. If you don't want co-ops, take off co-ops. If you don't want rentals, take off rentals. Manufactured, that's up to you to decide. Commercial, if you don't, but remember, if you get a commercial deal or lead or referral, you can do what? Refer it out. Thank you. We have Steve White in our office is a 100% full-time experienced commercial broker. He is licensed with us, Steve White. He moved up here from Miami, sold commercial down there. Now he's up here selling commercial. So if you need a commercial referral, he would be my go-to, or Belinda Huseman. So Steve is here in the Howard County, Baltimore County area. Belinda Huseman lives in Pasadena, but she knows the whole area. She's done Catonsville commercial, Anne Arundel County commercial. Those are our two go-to people for commercial. I'm just gonna keep scrolling down. You guys can look through these. I'm not gonna go through all of these. Because probably what the default is probably what you want the default to be. I would say on the default listing sort, do you want it to go lowest to highest or highest to lowest when it sorts their default listings?
At price. To
So that's highest to lowest. Yeah. So if you want to change that, change it to $1 sign to do $2 signs. That would be lowest to highest. Or popularity, like you can pick how they're sorted. So when somebody searches, Pasadena, Maryland, lowest to highest. A lot of people, there's a whole group school of thought that's lowest to highest. Totally fine. There's another school of thought that's highest to lowest. Which one do you prefer? The listing display, do you want it to be the map, the list, or the grid? So if you notice right now, when you go to Find Your Dream Home, it defaults to the map. This is the map default. Do you want that to look different? Do you want it to be the list or the grid layout? If I go to grid and I hit save and I go back. Well, nothing changed. Might be stored in my cookies.
Hit view your website from your settings. Up there.
Oh, view website. Thank you. Yes, thanks. Thanks, Cindy. So there you go. So there's the grid view, no map. So which one do you like? I know, I kind of like this one better. Huh? They won't be able to see, but they can change here themselves to the map view. So it's just a matter of which one do they land on when they go to search for homes on your website. It shows them, yes.
Yeah, it does.
If I click view details on a listing, it does show a map option on the listing detail page.
Kids, don't get-
And make it easy. I mean, but it's up to you guys. Come on. It's not loading. It's taking forever to load. Okay, so how do you want that to show up? Any extra search filters? Are there any other location-based filters, schools? Anything else that you want to add in there, you can add those in there. And here they are, you can select through them. So this gives them some other features. So water access, water oriented, water view, waterfront, those might be things that you want to add as extra search features when they're searching for homes. Or it might be, I was looking to see if there was a 55 and over option. That might already be in there. Senior community age requirement, senior community, yes or no. So that's a feature. So depending on who your market is, that may be a feature for you. So that took us through this whole left-hand side options of website settings. Make sense? Across the top, now if we're looking right here across the top, what do you guys have next? Do you have manager? So website manager, you can click on that. This is where you can do some extra management things. Very deep right there. If you have things you wanted to embed in your website, a QR code, any other search widgets, anything else that you have that you want to add as an embed in your website, you can do that. I'm not going to get into too much detail about that because that gets really detailed. Blog posts. You can blog on your website. Here's where you go to do that. I think everybody should be blogging on your website. It helps you drive more organic traffic to your website, leads, AKA organic, meaning free leads. So if somebody searches, the thing to keep in mind, Google likes original content. It likes lots of hyperlinks. So blogs are original content, and in your blogs, you're going to embed lots of hyperlinks. So what's an easy way to blog, Cindy? Create a blog article. Thank you. 48 views on a blog that who created? Who wrote it for you? Claude wrote it for her. AI, which we're going to teach on Monday in my class at 11 a.m. And it put the hyperlinks. So you can tell Claude, add all, make as many hyperlinks in here as you can, and link them all back to your website. Link them to my YouTube page. Link them to, where do all of yours link?
So like where it mentions Kate, it links to a search that I set up on my website that says Kate, but I look at Ellicott City and then.
Jenny, Key Assad would be so proud of her. Key Assad is an exit trainer who is like the Google guru. Like he's very flamboyant. He's tells you suck all the time in his, and you love him. But he is Google. He's all SEO. He's everything. But so yes. So to go over what she just said, when you create a blog and you have Claude create one for you on your website, you're going to go like, so if you reference, so if you're blogging about a listing that a new listing you have, and this new listing is in Catonsville, Maryland, right? It's your description, right? You're just writing a little article about your listing. You can tell Claude, write a blog about my new listing at 123 Maple using this link with this description. Use your MLS description, paste it in there, and create hyperlinks. Did you have to give it the hyperlink to your website?
I did.
Yes. So you would go to your website, and when you get here, you're going to go, if it's in Catonsville, Maryland. Okay. And then all I'm going to do, so I created, sorry, I didn't mean to hit that, Johnny. Apply filter. This is all I'm doing. It's just a search for homes in Catonsville, Maryland, right? I'm going to copy this link at the top. This becomes my hyperlink. So Claude, everywhere that it in the blog mentions Catonsville, Maryland, it's going to hyperlink it to this link, which is a search for homes in Catonsville, Maryland on your website. Because when Google little spider crawlers go out there into universe world, web world, and it's looking for creative content and it finds Cindy's blog on 123 Maple Street in Catonsville, Maryland, and it sees she has all these links in there, hyperlinks, it's like salivating, like it's getting so excited about it. And it gives her more organic SEO optimization. So then when somebody goes to Google and they Google homes for sale in Catonsville, Maryland, her blog about her listing for sale is going to take precedence and come up in search results for free.
And where does the blog go? Just
On your website.
go on the website.
You can share it on social media. You can share it anywhere else where you can share links. And she's got 48 views. Organic, free, organic lead traffic.
That's farmer's market, because I figured.
Oh, yes. Yep.
And that was a suggestion.
Nice. You could do things like upcoming events in your area, we're coming up on 4th of July. A great blog would be all the places to see fireworks around Central Maryland for 4th of July. Bye, Shayla. Or you could do all the summer carnivals and fair schedules in Central Maryland this summer, or right, like all kinds of things coming up that you could be focusing on and doing a blog on. So then you're going to tell Claude, every time you mention a city in my blog, link it to, and you have to give it the link, or like every time, or when it creates the blog, if it's showing you, it will take a little bit of work because you would have to. So if it shows you 25 different places to go see the fireworks in Central Maryland, right? I mean, 5 to 10 of them might be in Pasadena area or in Annapolis and Pasadena. But if it says Annapolis, you got to go here. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to create a search for Annapolis, Maryland, right? And then you're going to give it this link, and you're going to say, anytime you mention Annapolis, Maryland, hyperlink it to this link. Anytime.
When I do this work,
Yeah, no problem. It already has them.
for the neighborhood, so like, if Catonsville doesn't, it already has a hyperlink for a search in my website, Catonsville. So I don't have to do what Tina just
Every
did.
time.
Do that. If you save your hyperlinks in Claude, you can do that.
Mhm.
Today to get that search.
So I'm going to more filters. And I'm putting in the city.
That's, I didn't know what you.
Yep.
to bring that
Yes,
up.
sorry, more filters. To pick an
Do it
area.
automatically, because it's like.
Yep, I know. And even think about, so if you could do a blog from your website. So you could do, Bobby, this is for you. You could do Annapolis. You're like, what are you talking about, Tina? Stick with me for a second. Eventually, when Annapolis comes up, whatever, let's do Pasadena, Maryland, Annapolis, Maryland. Oh, is it only letting me do one at a time? What the what? That's crazy. That's weird. Okay. So then what you might want to do is what I would do then is I would go to the map search. I would create a search. So there's Annapolis. You can draw your search also. So this is what so here's what I would do. I'm going to scroll out. That's not my search. I want to clear it. So see the little clear tab, the little eraser, I can clear it. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to click draw wherever you click the first time. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to come out. I'm going to go around the water. Yes, just like in Bright. Say this is the area that I want to do a search for. All right, there's my area. And then over here, I got to get rid of Annapolis. Come on, I should have done that first. That's annoying. Sorry, guys. Stick with me because this is going to be good. Maybe you might think it's going to be good. All right, now. All right, I have my map set. Why is it? I want to do waterfront. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to click waterfront. There we go. Apply filters. 66 results. So now I could take this link, I could dump it into Claude, and I could say, write a blog post for me about 66 waterfront listings in Annapolis, ranging in price from 13 million to, oh, we don't want rentals. I should have taken out rentals. 475,000 or starting at 475,000. Write a blog post for me. Hyperlink it to this link and you paste it in there. Right? And add in details about waterfront activities this summer in that area and what the benefits are of living by a lifestyle by the water, or health benefits of living a lifestyle by the water, right? Like, what's your target? If your target is waterfront living lifestyle in Anne Arundel County area, then create a blog post about that, right? Or if you're military or firefighters, or write a blog about, housing benefits, the benefits of owning your own home and the programs available for firefighters to help them purchase a home, their first home or whatever, right? And put in there specifically in Charles County or Prince George's County, or you could do multiple and do one for each area. You could talk about, you have him help you write an article about the grant programs available to first-time homebuyers in Prince George's County, Maryland. Hyperlink it to a search for homes on your website in Prince George's County, Maryland, or Howard County, or right, whatever your niche is, whatever your, there's so many topics out there. And on Monday, we're teaching AI. So this isn't AI, but you can have Claude create for you a list of top blog post articles focused around Ellicott City, Maryland, Columbia, Maryland, whatever areas you're working. And then you could start moving down that list. And you could say, create all of these blogs for me, link them all to this link on my website, and then create a schedule for me for when I should post those blogs on my website. And it will do it all for you. The hyperlinks, I know, right, are amazing. The hyperlinks are incredible. But the hyperlinks, what's important about the hyperlinks? You want them to link back to your website, anywhere you can take it on your website. You don't want to send it to somebody else's website, because guess who's getting the organic traffic and benefit of that hyperlink? Whoever else it was that you added as a hyperlink. So all the hyperlinks should come back to you, whether it's the property valuation page, how much to sell your home for, the About You page, your agent profile, the resources in the lender team on your website, or the contact you, your partners, whatever. It should constantly be pulling them back to your website. Make sense? Good. So that's your blog posts. on here. Service areas, so you can go in and you can add the service areas that you focus on. So you can add all the cities in the MLS. I wouldn't recommend doing that, or you can add them one by one. If you add all the cities in the MLS, you're going to get all the cities in Bright. New York or New Jersey, Pennsylvania, everywhere that Bright services. So don't do that. Add in the cities and the service areas that you want to focus on specifically. North Beach and Maryland, North Beach, Maryland. So there's North Beach, Maryland, right? Just make sure the display text is what you want it to look like and then hit save. Your testimonials, if you have testimonials that come in that are not through Zillow and don't get fed automatically, it's a Google review, it's a Facebook review, whatever, you can manually add them on here. You can add a testimonial manually on your website. So that's a cool feature also. Otherwise, this is just giving you a summary of everything else that we just pretty much worked on and looked at. So the next one is pages. Under pages, this is where you can add custom pages. These pages are pre-built, most of them. So you can decide what you want to show up on your website. Here's a cool one, which is preferred vendors. So you could create a preferred vendors page on your website where you list your lender or two, your title or two, your home inspector or two. You can list whoever you want. You don't have to list 2 or 3 of every vendor. That's an old, it's a good idea to, it's not a have to. Okay. The one thing you have to do is if that vendor is required to be licensed, like a plumber, electrician, anything like that, an MHIC license, you are legally required to verify the status of that vendor's license once a year, every year. Pick a date for yourself, set it on your calendar, do it every year, document that you did it, and then you can say, I did it, and I do it every year. I'm under pages, yes. So there are like lead capture pages, open house pages. There's an about us page. So Liz Marie, this might be a cool one that you could use and customize for the team. You could even make it about the team. And then you could feature all the team agents' photos on here with their little bios and links to their specific web pages, right? So if I selected that one, so I clicked on select. So you just click select, and then it takes you into the editor. And so, for example, the about us, so it could be about the page home team, right? Oh dear, I didn't mean to click that. No, don't go there. What happens when you work too fast? Just want to make sure I get these things in for you guys. So you just click, kind of like you do in the editor for editing your flyers.
It wasn't there.
Oh, okay, good. So about the page home team, I can even change this background image. When I click on this background image over here, I can click change image. So I click change image. And now I can upload my image, right? So you can click upload. This is where you have your data bank of images. So if you have a team image or whatever image that you want to use there, right, as your background. And I did it
When
again.
you do a page, does the menu automatically change on your website?
Only if
Get
you,
to that page?
once you activate it, once you activate it and turn it on. Yep. You can even change the title up here at the very, very top. See the page title? So about the page home team. There's other advanced options up here. The category. So here you go, Cindy. This is where you put it, where you can put what category you can put it in. Show header, show footer. here's the link to an external page. If you wanted it to link to someplace else, a form. Yes, a jot form. Yes. So you can create on your page, you could have your page linked to a jot form where they have to fill something out. Like if it's a landing page, I have a landing page, my landing page on here that I built out is set up to link when they click to respond, it takes them to the jot form that I created.
Claude has graduated.
Okay. Well, you'll have to help me. You'll have to graduate me and teach me. But here's where you can do a meta tag description. So we talked about the meta tag description or meta keywords. You can put those in there. And then this photo, so I can change this photo over here, change image. And then here I can change this. Or what I could do, I could delete this out completely. And then over here, drop content blocks. So on the right hand side, you have your content. Here is my content blocks. So if I want an image, click on this and drag it over here and drop it. So now this image could be my team photo, or it could be if I want individual headshots, I can make it individual headshots. So if I go in, insert, but I need it, you can make it smaller. I make it smaller. Auto width. So see where it says auto width? I turn that off. There we go. Now I can drag this down and make it smaller. I can also make this content block smaller, narrower. Right here under settings, content area width. And it's making it really deep.
Looks so easy.
I know. And you get in there and you're like, what did Tina do? I know. So, but then I need to notice it's centered. I have to make it left. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to pull the whole thing left, center it left. So this is if like I wanted each of the team agents to have an introduction section, right? So this could be much smaller. And then I have cross friends. And then here, instead of contact us, it's contact Ross at the museum. And then I'm going to hyperlink this. Gets linked to Ross to his website. If I can, it's going to be over here, URL. And I know like this starts to get really deep because this is like web page design, and then what you would do is this whole section, if I click outside of that and I click this whole section, see how it all outlines in blue? This little duplicate, I can duplicate it. And now I can do another one and I can do my next team agent and my next team agent. You can also, I don't know why this isn't letting me. If I took time to play with this more, I could, you can really build it out, but you're playing between the content. You can even change the typeface under content. So I could make it, our company Montserrat typeface. Now all the text is that. Same with the header, right? So I can make it fit with the company typefaces. I can make this the company blue if I want to make it the company blue. And then, but there should be a way under settings.
Just realized that wasn't English.
No, lorem ipsum. It's Latin. It's just filler. Like every graphic designer, but that's what you use for like filler, page filler. But somewhere over here, there is going to be a setting to make this block wider. The other option is you delete it and you start over and you add another text box and you just drag it to where you want it to go. See, here's a new title block. There's something in here. That doesn't, it's not letting me do anything. It's because there's a grid set up. Sometimes it's easier to delete it and start over, right? Because like I said, you can't, when you're creating your own new page, you could mess it all up, delete the whole thing and start all over again. Like it's not showing up on your website until you tell it, okay, I'm ready to put it on my website. So like if I wanted to add a new content section, you can add dividers, you can add a form in there, you can add all kinds of things. So you just got to decide, you play with it and build it out. But that's how you could add like a team page for the team. And then up here, publish. Yes.
Like save, walk away.
Yep. Yes. You can save, you can view it. Once you've saved, you can view it and see what it looks like and then come back in, make more changes, then go back and save it again, publish again. So this is set up with like grids. That's why it's showing the way that it's showing. And I did that. That's why I did that. So now, yeah. So I messed it up myself, but you get the picture. Because these are all like different little grid spaces. So now if I go back, webinite, that's under pages. So you can play around with that. There's a home buying guide. You can incorporate the home buying guide. There's a couple different versions of that. There's landing pages that you can use. There's lead capture landing pages. So it's up to you which one of these you want to use. I have in here the Hyatt Seller Advantage lead capture landing page. That was the one I was saying that I built out a jot form, Cindy, which is outdated apparently. But so, and then you decide what you want to use. All right. I'm pretty sure, and basically to create your own page, just pick one of these and like make it whatever you want it, right? Just because it says about me doesn't mean it has to be an about me page. That could be whatever I want it to be. I go into the about me, I change the title, I change the header, I change all the content, and now it's become whatever I wanted it to be. But it was a template that I worked off of. Site content is where, no, I'm sorry, not site content. We were just there. Embeds. This is where you can embed a QR code, a listing QR code. You're not really. Yep. Under blog is where you're going to add a blog, add a post. Widgets. So these are the widgets that they have available to you. So on the homepage, luxury listings, financing. If I go to my homepage and view it, this is the luxury listings widget. This is the financing widget. So they show up as like bars on your homepage. Yes, the financing one. Yep, if it goes, it should, if it works. Start application. No, did not. Did not go to Keith. Thanks for asking that, Jenny. Links to a contact page for your approved lenders. Or you know what? Probably because I don't have him selected as my lender. I didn't have him picked as my lender. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't. So you need to have him picked as your lender if that's going to work to go to him as your lender. But if you don't want luxury, you can pick meet the team, featured area. What's my home worth? Just listed. Just looking to see if they had past listings on here, like Shayla was asking. Resources, financing, and these are side by side ones, so they're not the full page, blog posts, so you could put a blog widget on to your homepage. Market report, contact us. I don't see past listings still. To figure that one
That
out.
would be
You would think.
somewhere.
There are premium widgets. These are ones you can pay to buy if you wanted to. Mortgage calculator. It's still not there. Mortgage calculator. So those are your widgets. And then the last one is the editor. This is the one where when I say be careful, because if you mess it up, it's very hard to go back and fix it again. The editor, do you guys have the editor tool? Okay. When you click on the editor tool, it opens up your website. Some things like this top part can't be edited. This section where it shows you the editing tools, that means that section can be edited. And there's like limited sections. So if you click through,
It has a little pop-up thing. Need help editing your semi-custom design.
yeah, because it does not want you doing it.
Right?
So there's very few sections that you can actually edit. So that's kind of a waste. The best way to edit it is using your, oh, wow. That page is a little out of date. We're going to pretend we didn't see that page. Tina's got some work to do, apparently. So the biggest things are the pages. You can add your own pages, create your own pages, the website settings, your site content, your blog, your embeds. Those are the biggest features that are editable by you without paying for custom features. Was there anything I didn't cover that you guys had hoped I was going to cover? Oh, the locations. So I think I have to do that. I think that might be I think it is.
Yeah. I
Over
have
to,
right here too.
Here it is. Only allows listings from predetermined areas chosen by your company to appear on your website. Pick which areas. So I have to go through and pick all the Maryland areas. That's why. Well, the areas that we service. So like we do service PA. That's why. I think it's just me. You can see. So see if you have coverage only as an option under back on what website settings. On the left, scroll down to listings.
Oh, you can.
You can. You guys can. Oh, sweet. So that's where it is, Bobby. So website settings. On the left-hand side, click listings. Now scroll down till you see coverage only. Turn it on. And then now you're going to scroll through that list to pick the areas that you want to be shown. Yep. And just keep selecting. You can scroll through and check all the Maryland ones you want or don't want. If you don't want Allegheny County, you don't want Garrett County, leave them off. If you don't want Ocean City, like Worcester County. Yep. Thank you, Ross. for helping with that. I know. Oh, down at the bottom, right below that. See below that where they're in gray with little X's. You got to get out of the drop down. But like, do yours stop at Hanover, Virginia? So why do they stop at Hanover, Virginia? Like, why do they stop at H? No, I know. We don't have Howard. I'm so confused.
Oh, if you type in Howard, it shows up. Maryland.
Oh,
So it's like,
so it's by county. Anne Arundel, so it's by county. So you would have to kind of get a list and type in and add in all the all the Maryland counties you want. Montgomery. So it has all the counties up to H. So Prince George's, Hartford. Barrett.
They could have made this a little more user-friendly.
Yeah, I don't understand why this is so difficult. Yeah, that's very weird. And I wonder if it limits you to a certain number. It doesn't say that it does, but I feel like there was a spot for the parent company.
Right beside mine, it says use parent.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Let
that
me
means
go.
whatever you pick, it just. That we use currently.
I think so. Let me go back out. Back. Ag company. Site setting. This gave me Howard, this gave me, I think this was already set up. Allegheny, Anne Arundel, Baltimore, Carroll, Charles, Frederick.
See, if you put
Charles
MD
City.
in the search, Maryland in the search, it gives you everything.
All,
I just put MD, I mean, like, all around.
okay, thank you. MD. Thanks, Cindy. Next time you're teaching class.
Oh, man. Gonna hit use parent.
Yeah. But so here's the thing, because we have, like, I'm gonna include Adams County and York County, PA. Right, we have agents in the office from there. Wonder if,
See, it goes Anne Arundel, Baltimore, Baltimore City, Calvert. Then it goes Camden, New Jersey, even though I put.
I know, that's weird.
Yeah, it's-
Camden, MD, because it has MD in the middle of Camden. That's why. PA, DC, Washington, DC. Okay. All right, I think I'm gonna save that. All right, I saved that. So now if you guys use parent company or use parent and then view website, it should be updated.
Just like big webcaps. Yeah, I guess it's personal preference, right?
Yeah,
You may not want to do Allegheny Gate.
yeah, but you can refer out.
Yeah.
You know, keep that in mind too. Just because you get somebody in that area, you can refer it to an agent that will work that area. MD.
I just hit use parent.
Now you can do use parent because I just did all the Maryland I did a couple PA and I did DC, Washington, DC.
I clicked use parent, but it's not like populating
Yeah.
the on mine, but I'm assuming it's still. It's using them.
Yeah. It might be clogged up. It might be in your cookies. You might have to close it and review again or something.
Or did you go to a tab already?
I reloaded from a different tab. Let me try it.
Hit that view website, because sometimes I find that.
Mhm. Cleans it out. What else? Anything else you guys wanted help with before we wrap up? All right.
Yes.
Okay, good,
I'm not seeing anything. So
good, awesome.
Even though down the very bottom, it says explore other areas and it gives an option for Alexandria.
I know, I saw that too.